Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. We're gonna look back at one of my previous games. Last month I did Gunslugs. This month it will be Heroes of Loot. We're gonna look at where did the original idea come from, what went wrong, what went right, everything about the game. So let's just jump into the intro. So yeah, the original idea for Heroes of Loot was pretty simple. I loved Gauntlet when I grew up. I played it on probably every home computer I owned back in the day. So Spectrum, Commodore 64, even on PC I think. Right now the only way to play it is on, at least for me, is on this iCade, on the iPad. It hasn't aged very well and I wanted to create a new take on that game. So Heroes of Loot was made. Mixing dungeon crawling with role-playing. There are some items to catch, there are some silly quests in there, and all the levels are procedurally generated, which I learned from Gunslugs and improved a lot in Heroes of Loot. So the most important thing about this game is not so much a game feature, but more how the game got created. While I was working on this game, we also had a renovation going on. So I was working at my desk, and just a few meters from me there were people hammering, drilling, sawing, whistling, listening to their music. Dust was flying everywhere, and it was chaos. It's really a miracle this game got even completed and made. We were combining two houses into one, two very small houses, don't get me wrong, we're not living in a large villa, it's just two tiny houses. We broke down a wall between them and now there is one big house. So not really a game feature, but more a work feature for me is working under stress, working with a lot of stuff going on because we had a lot of arranging to do, a lot of things to organize, and in all of that I created a game. So as for learning new tricks with every game I create, this game was one big new thing for me. Most of my games previously had been platformers, although I did some weird silly games on touchscreens. But this was the first top-down twin stick kind of game. The first dungeon crawler I created. The first game that had role-playing in it, although very tiny, but it was a part of the game. So it was a game full of new stuff, full of new things. The level generator was very new. It had flaws because I wasn't able to create great levels from start to finish. So my corridors were mixing with levels that were already created. So that's really why there is no clear path from start to finish. You can just roam around the dungeon until you find the key and then open the door. In the end, I think that for this game it was perfect. The design flaw. For those that really dug into the game, you already know the design flaw. There is no ending to the game. The levels will just keep coming as long as you can survive and play. Eventually it will start introducing acid, I think I called it. Green acid puddles. Later levels had a bug, and then I'm talking at level 300 and above. There would be a lot of acid and no way to move around without getting hurt. People mailed me about these things and I never figured people play beyond level 100. I figured people would be bored of the game by then. I certainly never survived past level 100, so it's still a pretty good achievement for those that did made it. But yeah, the game has no ending. The coolest fact about this game, probably for you guys, not so much for me, is that I actually didn't like the game when I released it. I wasn't, well, I liked it, but I wasn't happy with the result. It was just 9 months into the game, everything about the renovation going on. My mind wasn't there, and I just had to release this game and start something new. By my surprise, everybody liked the game. It did extremely well. It reached top 5 in the App Store paid apps for a few days, and it probably did more in the first week than Gunslugs did in the previous months before it. So it was amazing, and people kept playing it on the PC, on Android, on iPhone. People are still mailing me about it now, and we're like 5 years down the road. It's amazing. For me, it's personally is the coolest fact that so many people enjoy a game I created, even though I wasn't happy with it myself. That has changed, by the way. I have played it a lot since then, and I still play it every now and then. For this video I also had to play it, and I was wasting too much time on playing the game. So yeah, very enjoyable still. It's very great how people responded to the game. That's just the cool thing of releasing something. And that's it for Heroes of Loot. If you have any questions about this game or another game, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see the origins of any of my other games, probably next month it will be Space Grunts, I think. Unless a lot of people are asking for something else, we can talk about it. Just drop a comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that button, and I'll see you next week. Bye!